But yeah, I know what you mean, Brennan.
So,
It's alright.
plus,
It'll happen.
whiskey made good story.
What's my good story?
Made a good story.
Alright. So, are you guys ready to
Yep,
continue?
I'm good. I'm ready.
Okay. Then, I would like you guys to describe to me what your plan is in, like, the finalized version. Because we're sort of going to jump straight to the night of the plan.
Were we given any extra help?
You would be given a vehicle and some suits and weapons, basically.
Mhm.
So you'd be given basically the equipment, most of it that you would need, just for like a standard hit job, like concealed pistols, that sort of thing. But you know that Jacob seemed to heavily imply that pistols weren't a good idea, like by his agreement with you, Blair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you lads go first.
Okay.
So yeah, what are your sort of preparation routines? What are you getting ready for, and what is the plan that you're going into this with?
I know for me, I would have explicitly said to Sergey not to talk.
What are you talking about? I speak very good English.
Yeah, this is like as you're leaving the bar.
Yeah. I speak fantastic English. Like your
English is fine.
mother.
The accent.
What?
Accent.
You... Oh, I know what to. Hi everyone. I'm British. It's good, yes? You like? I make my mother
Yeah,
laugh before I go with this voice.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
I
is
just-
when we
like-
first met, Christian.
I think it'd be best if you don't talk, Sergey.
You
I'll
must.
tell you what, I'll give you the biggest gun. You can talk with that.
This is good trade-off. I take this. What is biggest gun in country?
Well, we'll have to, we'll have to see what they give us.
I only have my tovarish. I see revolver, but they are so tiny.
What were we given? Just pistols?
So the next morning,
Yeah.
you basically like we have to see this, and you sort of continue this conversation when Sergey's a lot more sober. And
Yeah.
I think like you have to go through the exact same thing again because he forgot everything. So
Yeah.
you're just like, it's like, so you're not speaking, and he's like, well, they speak perfect English.
Yeah.
You go through the
Perfect
same thing.
I'm British, can't hello. Like, yeah. It's just like, oh no.
This is where you've all sort of like gathered at this point. Basically just like a guy in a suit came and dropped a car with you. Opening, he just sort of like nodded towards the boot. Was like, stuff's in there, and then basically like head off.
Yeah, I just walk over to the trunk quickly.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
leaving the keys in the car. And it's not that great a car. It's like the type of car that'd be used as like a taxi in this time.
Okay. It's very nice car. I like this. Seats.
So yeah, you like pop the trunk.
Yes.
Right?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely do that. If no one else
Yes,
does.
there is like sort of a blanket that appears to be wrapped over some shapes, and when you like lift it up, there are a couple of like little boxes of ammunition. On one side, there are 3 pistols, and there is a Tommy gun.
Oh,
Would it be would it be feasible, like as we're sort of those guys are getting guns and stuff, like sort of slip a couple of like brass knuckles on the hands and then like
Yeah.
put the hands in my
Yeah,
pockets?
you have those. Like those are your like you have your weapons, and you don't usually use guns in most scenarios. Too
Yeah,
noisy.
I instant like. Are we in public right now?
No, we probably would have met at Gold Dust Beach, which is more of an ironic name because it's almost exactly the opposite. It looks the sand is almost grey, and there is just like litter occasionally, like bundling down. No one comes here.
Yeah. I'm gonna just take out the Tommy gun, just uncaring whether anyone sees. just like pull back the hammer, cock it back, and just like put it up to my face. Very nice. It is lighter.
I like to think,
yes.
I like to think the only part of the conversation the other day that you took away, like when you from your drunk thing, was like, "I get the biggest gun."
yeah,
That's
exactly.
the only part you remember.
That's
was
it.
him saying, "You have the biggest gun."
That's it. Yeah.
So,
He's
yeah.
lighter than Kalashnikov, but much more stylish. I like this. Yeah, I put it down slowly, very carefully back into the car. You two can have little guns.
Yeah, I'll go
Me?
over and grab the revolver and just like, yeah, just like holding it, feeling the weight of it or whatever, and press the little lever and flip it open to, get it. And I'm just gonna start loading it. Like, the thing is that I load it really quickly. It's as if I've handled guns like this before, and just click it back.
It's pretty heavy, but you're like getting used to the weight.
Yeah, and just I'll put it down in the trunk.
Yep.
Yeah, and
We'll do fine.
so Tommy looks at him because he's like, "You get the smallest guns." He's like, "Yeah, exactly, because I don't need to overcompensate, do I?" And just sort of like nudges past him, like into the boot or whatever, and just gets out like a pistol or a shotgun or something.
It's definitely not a shotgun.
Oh yeah, pistol. Yeah, just
Yeah, pistol.
slips in, but Tommy's pretty confident at this point.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah. I take the I wrap up the Tommy gun and a bunch of ammo, and I will take it into the car with me.
Yeah, I'll at this point, just kind of without saying anything, like I just undo the tie, and I'm just gonna start undoing the shirt, and just out in the open, like I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna get completely naked and start changing into the police uniform.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, you do so. You start getting like sand in your feet, but then you like sit down on the car seat, brush them off, like put on different pair of socks, different pair of like different shoes, like not suit shoes. They look more sort of militant, sort of almost boots.
Yeah.
But yeah. The rest of you are just sort of like standing by admiring the guns while Brennan's guns and other weapons are perfectly unchecked.
Yeah, I'll do the same after him. Though I try to do it in the car and fail terribly because like my guy's not
you're
super
like doing it
tall.
in the back seat, and
Yeah.
like when you're pulling like one of the trouser legs up, you like fall off the seat like into the bit where your feet usually go.
Yeah. That's it. That's Sergey. To stop. That's us.
Cool. And everybody's happy with that scene.
Yep.
Cool. Then we will cut away, and it is no longer daytime. You got this equipment at the start of afternoon, just after lunch sort of time, and it is now starting to get dark out.
Whoever's driving, by the way, I'm gonna be sitting in the passenger seat, and I will be just staring at you, watching you drive.
So who's driving?
Oh boy.
Would it have to be Sergey?
I feel like that would make the most sense. Because I'm not supposed to talk, so.
Also, I feel like you were like, me, I'll drive.
Yes.
I'll drive.
I
You
drive.
got, like, try
In Russia,
American car.
I pull off sick driving move. I go off ramp and cross river in jump. It was crazy. Yeah, and I get in front seat of the car. To be perfectly honest, river was like 10 feet across, so was not very big. I don't want to lie. My mama told me not to. Yeah, so I start the car up and we get on our way.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you guys start up the car and you eventually pull up near Madame Versailles. This is it's a very large, ornate building, and above the front entrance you see this glowing gnomish invention. It's these tubes of gas that light up with this neon brightness.
Nice.
They display a glowing sign which shows a woman's upper torso, very scantily clad, just a bra, and she is sort of like alternating between one frame of like her with a bra strap like this, and one with it like pulled down her shoulder, and just flicking between those two frames.
Nice. That's sexy. Sick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Next to this sort of large sign in cursive is this sort of made out of similar glass piping. Is this sort of glowing text that reads red, with this sort of red glow that fills the street. Madame Versailles, and under it there is a non-glowing but painted sign reading diversity, sensual, sexy. Your needs, our pleasure.
Nice.
I would like, as you're just pulling up and about to sort of pull down into the sort of alley that leads into the parking area at the back, I would like you to roll me a careful. All of you who would be paying attention. And I think I'm not sure, Blair, if you would like to do that or if you're just like staring intensely at.
I'm staring at Sergey.
Okay, cool. So everyone else.
Yes.
Okay, Tommy, you probably, because you're so determined to sort of make something of yourself here, to sort of make sure nothing goes wrong and that you don't fuck up. You're not paranoid, but you're being careful.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not letting anything sort of distract me mentally. I'm just.
And as Sergey pulls into this sort of alleyway, you notice just slightly sticking out of another alleyway on the other side, a thinner one, just enough room for like a car to be parked at the entrance, essentially. There is another car. This one, sitting in the front, there are individuals who look kind of like just goons, likely from the Cornec family. They seem to have sort of smoke filling parts of the car, like they've been in there for a while. You reckon these folks are probably guards of some description from the Cornec family, like just following the eldest son around, making sure that he doesn't get into too much trouble. But yeah, you just notice that in like sort of the split moment as you're pulling in. And Sergey, you finish parking up the car and get ready to go.
Are these bouncers and stuff, are they like bigger sort of than me? Because I'm probably a good like 6 foot, quite big
It's
build.
hard to tell, because it's so like the air inside their car and around them.
Right.
It seems like they've been smoking for a while, and like are just like lowering the windows to let a lot of the smoke out as you park in. So it's hard to tell, but they look pretty beefy.
Right.
They look
Yeah.
like,
So I'll
they look,
probably.
like, they look like guys who you're like they might be a challenge.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to have my wits about me. I'm going to put on my tough guy persona, sort of get out the car first, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. So yeah, the car's like just stopping moving, and like the second it does, your foot's already out of the out of the car as you walk out. That's cool.
I sort of like try to broad my shoulders as much as possible and kind of walk first, leading the group if they'd let me.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I'm
And
last.
you guys are all dressed as police, right?
Yep.
I don't like playing dress up, but I did it anyway because I didn't want to screw it up.
Cool. And Brennan, you would have been given a brief description of where the secret area is.
Yes.
It's through one of the rooms, and there's sort of a curtain with like private on it, and you would have been given like the room number, and essentially you just go through that curtain, and it leads to a hallway as opposed to a private room.
Mm.
But yeah. So you guys head towards the front. There are a couple bouncers who frisk you, and I'm just going to roll. Careful for them. That's a fail. That's a fail. They got 2 zeros. So
us.
also I get one more fate point because it's the start of a new scene. Just so that I'm ready for if anything happens, I don't know. And you guys get frisked, but they don't seem to find any weapons, including the Tommy gun.
Wow. All right. Jesus.
Wow, we get frisked at the door. No, yeah, dude, my guy's
Well,
great.
I mean, maybe they didn't think to
Hiding.
take them off of us because we're cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
yeah,
mine's just
And then
hanging
they
around my
nod.
torso. Mm-hmm.
Apparently, cops
They
carry
still-
around
they still,
Tommy
like,
guns for us.
They still frisk you, and they probably do see like your revolver because I think you probably have yours in a fairly obvious place so that you match the persona of a cop, right? But yeah, they sort of like nod you in.
Wow. All right.
You aren't sure if they didn't see the Tommy gun or just didn't necessarily want to
Pay
stop
attention.
someone with a Tommy gun.
Yeah, awesome.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you guys head inside.
Yep. Again, I'm in the back.
Yeah, you see this sort of main foyer area, and it's got a desk to one side with a woman dressed in a suit. Her hair is slightly graying, though mostly still has an air of youth and sort of youthful vigor about her, even though she looks like she's starting to give way to age.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your face? And the room has like a nice red carpet and is very finely decorated, as if it's a manor of a house.
Yeah. So we walk up. I'll kind of be like the first. I got my I got my hand on my belt, like my thumbs in the front front loops of my belt.
Yeah.
Evening,
What can I
ma'am.
do for you, officer?
Well, like I said, I wish we were here for other sorts of activities, but turns out, which by the way, you guys might be like, what the fuck? Like I've completely changed how I sound, but it turns out we don't want to cause much of a disturbance because I have a respect for your line of work, but there is one of your clients that I am going to need to speak with.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know anything about that, but do you have a warrant?
Well, you see, it's a technicality. We're waiting on the judge, but... Okay, look, I'll just break it to you straight. He is the husband of my brother-in-law's sister. He roughed her up real bad last night. She didn't want to say anything. She came out. We're just trying to press this whole thing forward so we can split these two up.
Okay.
We're hoping maybe after, if he shows up in cuffs, she'll start thinking maybe I'm with the wrong fella. You understand?
I'd like you to roll me I think this would be clever or sneaky. Either one that you would like to roll on that.
Yeah, I'll do clever.
Okay. That just makes the average difficulty check. So, of course, I understand the tale of loving for your family. I have my family here too.
I can appreciate that. Thank you very much. I mean, it's only a formality, honestly. It would be within the next day. It's just find it easier to approach him when he's in a bit more of a vulnerable circumstance. You understand?
Of course. She just like gestures for you, like towards a door that leads down to a hallway. The door is open.
Yeah. Now, thank you very much, and we will try and be out of here very shortly. Don't want to cause a disturbance. I know some of the clientele in here might get a little jumpy when they see Boys in Blue show up.
I would prefer it, yes. And maybe when you're off duty sometime you could come by on more favorable terms.
Yeah, I just sort of I give her like a wink and sort of tip my hat and just thank you kindly, ma'am.
Well, Sergey's
Boys?
just sort of like sitting there like like looking around.
Yeah, so I just turn around and boys, ma'am, and just start walking in.
Yeah. And Tommy sort of just whispers to Blair, "You're fucking good, ain't ya? Jesus." Like, because that was like really convincing. He was like, "Whoa, dude."
Yeah.
And Brennan, the room number you were given is 0104, and as you get to this corridor, you see that the rooms start at 0101, 0102, 0103, 0104.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to stop at the room right next to the room that we're supposed to go into. I'm gonna put my ear up to the door.
Okay, at 0103?
Yeah.
Or the one across from it, or the one next to it? Sorry.
One across from it.
Okay, yes, it's 0103. You put your ear up to the door. You hear the various sordid sounds of what sounds like mostly vanilla activities. Doesn't sound like they're getting up to anything too weird in there.
Yeah.
But
Perfect.
standard.
And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand on my my revolver and just open up the door.
Yeah, you catch the two in the act. The guy still has his shirt on, and his sort of trousers and loosened belt are just like around his ankles. Looks like this was more of like a spontaneous thing than anything that he planned for ahead of time. But he sort of like immediately goes over towards like the bed sheets and start pulling them over like,
Yeah.
it's the fucking cops! Shit! And you just like have your revolver and he's just
Yeah. No, I go shh, and I just go and I just cock it. Shut the fuck up.
darling, just walk on out. It'll be fine. And he just like raises his hand slowly.
No, and then I just point at the lady. No. Stay. Sergey, keep an eye on these two.
Come on, you can't just let the girl.
Oh.
She hasn't done anything wrong. She's just doing her
Shut
job.
the fuck up. Yeah, and then I cock it at this point. Shut the fuck up. And I'm like holding it sort of uncomfortably, like the
Yeah.
gun, but
Okay.
If that doesn't appear to sway him, I just move my coat ever so slightly so he can see the entirety of the Tommy gun.
Yeah, he just sort of like with the bed sheet just like pulled up just at the waist. Every other part of him is showing. He just like sort of sits back down on the bed. Right, I understand. Fuck. Man. And then we'll just like sit there and wait.
yeah. So I'm just gonna like once he's quiet, just good. And I'll put my revolver down, and I'm immediately again going to get naked and grab this guy's clothes.
Oh, in the room?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I would like to offer you a compel, Brennan.
Yeah.
I would basically like to offer that you're reckless. You have your very specific goal in mind, and you're going to the quickest way to achieve it, which is this. So you're being a little bit reckless here in your sort of fervor, and for a moment your attention lapses, and this guy might get an opportunity.
Okay.
Let's try something. Do you take that
Yeah.
compel?
Yeah. So yeah, at this point, I'll just confidently start doing what I'm doing. I'm like not thinking about him at this point.
Okay. And at one point you like lean down, and the guy tries to basically like take your head and like ram it into his knee in like one movement, like stands up, takes your head and rams it into your knee. So he's going to roll a forceful check with, let me check something.
Are we all there as well?
Yeah, completely. So basically this will act as a surprise, and then after that we will go on the initiative order if you guys choose to continue doing anything. Okay, I've got his stats, so this is a forceful. Okay, he's good at this. And he rolled very good too. So you're going to have to beat a 6 on this dodge, Blair. How would you like to dodge?
If he's
You
going to
just
do
try
that,
to, like,
I would just try and like
break your nose.
yeah, I'd like to just like whip my head and my body back, even if it makes me fall on the on the ground. I'm just trying to dart away from
Okay.
him as quickly as possible.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds quick. Or careful, but yeah, cool, quick.
Oh.
So he will get a boost on his next attack, but you succeed in just moving backwards before he manages to do anything. You're currently in like just your underwear and have got like one of his socks on.
Yeah.
And me and Sergey, can we jump in at this point, or is it a bit too?
This is the
early?
initiative now. So,
Right.
what is everybody's quick?
4.
2.
1.
So we've got Sergey,
Oh wow.
and we've got Blair, and we have Tommy, and then we have Ed. His quick is 2. Sergey, yours is a 1.
Yes.
Tommy, yours is a 2, and Blair, yours is a 4. Cool. Sick. So let's go in descending order. So yes, Blair, you have the sort of initiative in this circumstance as he's tried to slam his head, your head into his knee. You quickly whip back and then gather your footing, ready to basically like strike at him again.
Yeah. So what I would do at this point is, because I just got up, so my arms are up like this, and what I'm going to do is I want to jab my elbow into the fucking bridge of his nose, the top of his nose.
Okay, that sounds pretty forceful. If you'd like me to roll, if you would like to roll that.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll clever as he tries to basically like grab the girl who's sitting next to him and move her in the way of it.
Oh no.
So yeah, you got a forceful of 2, and he's going to try and roll a clever. Okay, so you succeed. Yeah, I'm not going to spend a fame point on this. So yeah, you succeed, and you. Sorry, re-describe to me your action.
So he was trying to knee me in the face, right? So I just kind of whipped up really quickly and then just hit him with my elbow. Just
Yeah, and that like slams into his temple, and he seems like disoriented for a moment, but is just still up. And he seems to like, I'm gonna fucking get you for that one. And it's so it's whoever it makes sense to go. And basically, when you get a draw like this, it's whoever I decide who goes first, whatever makes sense. And he's already acted, and you had a Tommy gun pointed at him. So I think it makes sense for Sergey to be going first out of these two.
Sweet.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, Sergey, noticing that like he's unfazed by the gun, he's gonna rush.
I'm going to
Yeah,
compel you
Okay.
that you go a little overboard in everything. And you have a Tommy gun that you haven't tried out before.
And I don't remember much from last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying, if you'd like to accept that compel, you take one of my fate die. I'm running out now because I'm giving you all of mine for these compels.
Yeah. If I don't accept it, I lose one, right?
Yes, and I get to keep mine.
Okay. Oh man. Sergey needs this job, but like he was told he just needs to kill him. Yeah, he's gonna heft up his Tommy gun, just like
Oh my god.
Take the
move.
compel?
What? Yeah, I'm gonna take the compel.
can I hear the cock and drive out of the way?
Move, human shit
Yes.
man.
Yeah, you definitely can. You've got a quick 4.
Yeah, and I just start unloading.
So this is either flashy or forceful, whichever one of those two you want to roll.
Flash. Yeah, like I'm mostly like half of me is trying to shoot this guy, the other half just wants to play with this gun.
Then this guy is going to try and dodge it using his quick,
Okay. Jump out of the way.
as he just tries to like dive under the bed.
Yeah.
Huh. And I'm not going to use a fate point because no matter what, he's going to die. So yeah, you let off basically like around, and he just like you see him try and move, but the result of that is like the bullets just hit him in the shoulder, and then like his foot form twists as the bullets start just hitting him in the chest as he just gets hit and knocked backward onto the bed,
Yeah.
and you just like finish unloading the clip while he's
Yeah.
on the bed.
Yeah.
And the lady of the night in this room is now like screaming at this happening and making a lot
She
of
didn't
knock her
die.
out.
I mean, how wildly were you aiming here, Sergey?
I was trying to kill him, but like I said, I was half trying to kill him, half playing with the gun. I wouldn't have.
Okay,
I would have. Like I wouldn't have wanted to kill her if it would have
Reuben.
constituted a massive penalty. Then I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
But
Roll me a careful, and what were you going to say, Harvey?
I'm just gonna say if she is screaming and if it is and that she wasn't harmed, I'm just gonna punch her in the face and knock her out.
Okay, well, he rolled.
could I use the face plate point on that?
Sure, that will stop you from, just so that you're aware, because fate points are literally like basically, even as a player, they're like god powers where you know what effect it will have.
Oh, okay.
So this careful check is to try not to kill her.
Okay.
So if you spend a point to get it up to 3, you won't have shot her. Rolling a 0 means you've shot her. So
Oh yeah, this.
you have to spend 2 fate points.
Oh.
Yeah, because a fate point is only a +2, and you need to beat a 3.
Shit. Oh fuck.
Wow.
You know what?
Shoot her,
That's fine. I'm fresh off the boat, man. All right,
Just
yeah.
kill her.
Then yeah, I'm going a little overboard.
Like I'm
Yeah.
getting ready to subdue, and you just gun her down. Like, oh no!
Yeah, you move forwards, and the right side of her body just becomes like a pulp.
Ah,
Where she... and yeah, she doesn't have time to scream, but Tommy Gun made plenty of loud noise.
yeah.
You start to hear like doors opening behind you and stuff.
Shit. Green man, you should get door.
Yeah, I immediately sort of position myself on the door.
Yeah, so I just like, I'll just, you know, get up and just, you fucking idiots. Across! This isn't our guy!
What?
Get him! Like, I just go, get him, and at that, I'm gonna grab my revolver and stick it in the back of my underwear, and I just start, with one sock on, I just start Tom Cruise sprinting down the hallway to the back door.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you start Tom Cruise sprinting to the back door. The two of you kind of like exchange, the two of you still in the room kind of like exchange looks, and then what do you want to do? Do you want to follow him?
I do
Yeah,
good, yes.
I'll go with him.
Or are you gonna...
Yeah, I'm going to, I'm gonna wait for Tommy to make a decision.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
sort
just
of like
go-
nod for you to go, and then I'll go behind you.
So we just have like a 10-second moment where we're just looking at each other like,
Yeah.
do something. But then,
Snatch
Missed
scene,
it,
dude.
to be honest.
yeah. And then it comes to the point where I feel like people are so close that we can like hear them running down our hallway. And I'm just like, fuck this! And I just run after him.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
no, I go with him.
So Blair, you're going to the back room?
I'm running to the outside alleyway where the car was parked.
Yeah, cool. You do so.
Yeah, so my plan here is to just go and right before I like open the door, I'll you know, I'll just like, cause I'm sweaty and just whatever, like I'll just kind of bust through the door and I want to land on my stomach, like just look as if I'm like panically like running out and I just hit the fucking pavement. I'm trying to get the attention of the gentleman in the car.
Okay. Oh, right. So you're appearing not behind your car in the parking lot, but by their car.
Yeah,
around
by
the
their
side.
car. So it's
Okay,
just this
sick.
dude that busts out of the door and fucking like Walter Whitey's or whatever, just goes, you know, hits the fucking pavement.
Yeah. As you like barge through the door and like start falling, you see they're already getting out of their car, having heard the sound of gunshots, and you see like one of them close the door behind you just as you like splat into the ground.
Yeah, and yeah, I'll just go and just fucking cops! It's the fucking cops! And I just point down the the way.
Yeah, the one of the guys like looks at the other one. The one of them appears to be a human. The other one appears to be like a half orc, and is a much sort of thicker gentleman around the shoulders. And he they both glance at each other. Good go, little man. And then they just start basically running like Tommy guns under their arms.
As soon
towards
as
the
they
door.
run by me, I want to pull out my revolver and start shooting at them.
Cool. So, we're back in initiative, guys.
Yeah.
The initiative is the same because these two are both goons, but now there are two of them here.
What about me, Dad?
You're already on there.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Cool. So, this is basically the restart of initiative. So, since Blair is enacting it with his quick of 4, you're just going to try and shoot one in the back of the head?
Yeah.
Cool. Roll me a forceful.
Nice. Oh, hell yeah.
And they will just... the only thing they can roll is careful, just from their awareness of this maybe happening. So it's going to be a difficult roll, but they
Nice.
make it. So yeah, you get a boost on your next attack unless you'd like to spend one of your fate points to up that a bit and deal some damage.
No, I think what Blair was doing was I just unloaded the whole revolver right while they were running and just missed every single shot.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. That's your action. Tommy, you will get to go before these goons. Because you'll sort of see them come around the corner before they see you, since you know exactly where you're looking, which is at that door, whereas they're just
Right, am I
as they
positioned
enter.
behind them or front of them?
you are running
As they're
towards them.
Right.
They have just entered through the door that you are running directly towards, because that's the door that Blair just left through.
But essentially, what I want to do is I want to try to
So you're
Catch
about
up.
15 feet away, but distance doesn't really matter too much in this system. So
So
You're cutting your
essentially,
off, Harvey, in your camera, by the way.
oh my,
yeah,
oh,
tilt it up. There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
He looked like one of those like unboxing YouTubers who doesn't like to show their face.
Leafy. Yeah.
yeah, I wanted to essentially catch up with him and take the big boy on. So like maybe sort of run up behind him and just knock him in the back.
I mean,
of the
you're
head,
definitely
sort
gonna
of
have to
knock
run
him
up
down,
in front of him. Like
Yeah,
they're at the door. So
sort of thing. Right. Okay.
So yeah, like they the big guy starts like lifting his Tommy gun, and you just like run up and just like try and like uppercut into like his jaw, something like that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, like
That sounds
maybe like
a pretty-
clothesline sort of thing, like knock him
Yeah,
down.
cool. So that sounds like you're going for a forceful approach.
Yep.
And he's
Hell yeah, I am.
he's going to try and avoid it using quick, as he just tries to like duck under the clothesline or the punch. So this is the music that I have not changed yet. Here we go.
Nice.
And he is successful. So unless you would like to spend one of your fate points.
Yeah. Okay. Screw it. Yeah, I'm gonna use the fate point for something to prove.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
boy is another orc. He may be half, but you know.
So yeah,
he likes to think he's big.
you do a wild swing towards his head, which he ducks underneath. But that's exactly what you're expecting as your other fist slams into his chin. You hear the bone crack slightly. He's like, "You fucking hurt me, Joe!" And
That's awesome.
Sick. It's his turn. He's basically just going to try to point blank forcefully just unload the Tommy gun at you. But it's point blank, so there's plenty of ways for you to like get around this.
Who's this?
Hopefully.
Is this me? Oh lord.
Yes, at you. This is the guy who you just hit in the face. He's like, he grabs, finished lifting the Tommy gun. It's like pointed directly at your stomach right now.
Just grab it,
so-
dude. Instead of dodging, just grab it and move it to the side. You're a big fucking guy.
Exactly.
So he got a 3 on his forceful.
Uh-huh.
So
Alright,
okay.
I'm gonna use my last
your last fate
point. Yeah, my last fate point, and I'm just gonna like grab his gun and just move it to the side.
Okay, I'm going to use my last fate point to
Don't shoot me!
to use one of these aspects. By the way, instead of an attack action in combat, you can use one of your actions to try and discern a aspect
yeah.
about one of the enemies, which you can then use like against them if it's a flaw, for example. So if you encountered someone who had the aspect of coward and you found that out, you could like try and use that to your benefit, sort of thing. It's basically like an insight check in D&D. But I'll use my last one to up it, so you have 1 point of damage to account for, which means you can tick your number 1 stress box, or you can take a minor consequence, which would be something like grazed side, where like you managed to move out of the way mostly as you like grabbed the gun and moved it, but it's still like a bullet went through like a part of flesh, just skimming your sort of side.
Yeah, I'll take the minor, whatever.
Okay, the minor consequence. Basically, that will last till, I believe, let me just double check the rolls here, on the quick reference. Oh no, wait, it'll be on recovering, I guess? Mild consequence. Clear at the end of the scene, provided you get a chance to rest. So yeah, it's like bleeding now, but you know that this is like a really mild wound, and the wound will, like, it's, like, it'll stop bleeding in an hour or so. Yeah, you'll be fine. So yeah, that's one of your minors taken up. Cool. The other guy is going to see Sergey running and see that that guy also has a very big gun and is more worried about the extremely deadly weapon than the very deadly man with his 2 brass knuckles. So one of them is going to try and fire just straight down the alleyway at you, just trying to cover as much as possible.
Stop!
You see, like,
Stop shoot!
You see he's shooting at Sergey. You see a woman like poke her, like one of the whores like poke her head out the door, and then see the guy like aiming the Tommy gun down the hallway, and immediately close the door.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a forceful roll against you, Sergey. How do you try to avoid this?
Yeah, so I was thinking, like as he starts to fire at me, I'm firing little bursts at him, but between just as kind of like defensive fire. But between bursts, I'm just like, American pig dog! Your air conditioning is nothing compared to Russian war machine! Ah! And I'm just firing just this random cavalcade of stupidity at him.
Okay. Would you
Trying
like
to
use your
distract
stunt?
him almost. Huh?
Is this? Are you trying to use your stunt, or are you trying to like do a approach here? I'm just checking because this is similar.
Oh, that's
to
an
your stunt.
approach. Yeah, sorry. I didn't make that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I would say this is kind of flashy or clever.
I feel like I kind of just, because you don't act as smart as you are, I'd like to compel you to stand still and unload your whole Tommy gun at him.
Yeah, Brennan's
He's compelling me.
offering you a fate point. Would you like it?
I love it. Yeah. No, yeah, so as I'm doing this, I just stop moving in the middle of the hallway. And I just, like, throw my hands up while still firing the Tommy gun, like, got it, this knob! Ah! And I just start just firing one-handed with the Tommy gun, not giving a fuck.
Okay, so that's Brennan basically compelling you to use your stunt, right?
Yep.
You'd like to use your stunt
down.
in response to that? Cool.
Yep.
So for those of you guys who don't know, there's a thing in this game called stunts. They give you special bonuses to certain things. Sergei's has one. Sergei has one where basically once per hour he can essentially ignore some damage by just firing wildly, so that the person has to like duck because their aim is off. He's so like reckless with just where he's shooting that he's ignoring all of his defense, but the opponent is too concerned for their own to hit him.
Yeah.
So as you just like fire wildly, you hear like some cries from rooms as like bullets fly through doorways. But yeah, this guy seems to like duck back round the corner, and then he like turns his head and sees you, Blair, like aiming the revolver at him as you've just missed all these all these shots. And Sergei, it's your turn. You've just unloaded the entire round.
Yeah, I unload everything in my Tommy gun, and I'm just... Oh. I just, like, let the drum clip off the gun, watch it clatter to the floor. Ah. And I just start walking towards the guy, pull out a stick magazine for the Tommy gun, like, he's much smaller, but it will do. And I load it, and I just cock it, and, are there multiple enemies?
Yeah, there are two guys.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look at the two of them.
You wouldn't count as being outnumbered though, because one of them is attacking Tommy.
Okay, was that the thing with my first stunt? I had to be outnumbered, or I thought it was
yeah.
just one
Also,
of
there are
them.
3 of you versus 2 of them. So
Okay, cool.
in
So I
either
have to be
sentence, it's
outnumbered.
not outnumbered. I think so. Oh, wait, what is your?
Mine is +2 to flashy attacks against multiple foes, not necessarily.
Oh, was it?
I mean, if
okay.
you don't think
I thought
that
it
makes
was
sense.
I
think that was Frosty's thing.
You're gonna do flashy attack against multiple foes?
That's the plan. Yeah.
Okay. I will split the damage between them then, since this isn't really a squad, which is a thing, which is what I would usually attribute that to. But this makes sense, so you can do this.
Okay, fair. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so I start approaching. In one hand, I have the Tommy gun, in the other, I have my Tovarish. And I'm just approaching, firing off these wild bursts of fire, just like, this is for your mother! This is for your father! This is for your stupid dog that I killed in high school! And I'm just bullshit spewing from my mouth as I'm firing at them.
Roll me a flashy, and you get an extra +2 because of your stunt, I believe.
Yep.
All the Sergei stunts coming into play.
So that's 3.
So that is 3.
Yes.
They are going to... I'll just roll this for both of them.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to try and... So they're still standing in the threshold. I think they're just going to try and block forcefully and just shut, like, the metal door. The metal back door.
Okay.
And try and just block it with that.
Yeah.
Block the fire. Let's see. So this is a +3. Okay, so
Yeah.
they win. So unfortunately, the door slams shut. Unless you would like to spend a fate point.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, well, did you already count the +2? With that one?
Oh, right, yeah, you got 3. Would you like to spend a fate point to increase your damage, or are you happy with 1?
Oh, I would actually love to. Yeah, I had a thought. Sometimes I go a little overboard. I want to, like, as they shut the door, I keep firing. And then I get to the door and I just shove both barrels into a hole and just start unloading. Just not even caring.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear a cry from outside as one of them basically, Blair, you see bullets just flying out from the doorway. You sort of like roll to one side, and one of these guys gets hit like just in the shoulder as he was like trying to like hold the door closed. Just gets like hit in the shoulder, the stomach, and then just like gets knocked backwards. The other guy gets hit by a stray bullet just in like the thigh.
Yeah.
And he's like grabbing his leg, like crying in Irish. Crying out in Irish. Blair.
Yeah, so my revolver is out of bullets as I go click, click, click.
Yeah.
And I'll just drop
And the guy like,
revolver.
looks up at you like he's like sort of crouched down, clutching his thigh. He like looks up and he's like, "You fuck! Don't even try it."
Yeah, so I'll drop the revolver, and I want to get up and sprint and try and football tackle him, but I'm just gonna run as quickly as I can at him because I am a much smaller guy than this dude.
Okay. If you're gonna football tack him, I'd say that's forceful.
Yep.
So yeah, if you want to run with forceful. And they're just gonna try and defend forcefully as well. Just try and basically like just grab you as you come and just like throw you off.
Nice.
And they roll
God
a
damn.
3. I don't think that's a succeed with style, which is a thing. No, succeed with style I think it's by 3 or higher. Higher by 3 or more. So yeah, he does succeed with style. Unless you would like to spend succeeding and attacking with style is where if you beat a thing by more than 3, you get a special extra effect. So if he defends by 3, that you don't get what you want and he gets a boost. So we'll say his boost is as you go to like try and tackle him to the ground. This guy is big, and this is the orc who's still alive. So he like grabs you as you grab him and just throws you to the ground. And for a moment you'll like just knock the wind out of you as you hit the ground hard. So you just his boost is just like you have the wind knocked out of you, so he gets +2 if he wants to attack you.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let him do that without a consequence, just because as soon as my guy's flying through the air, my guy is a really high pain threshold, so
Yeah, cool, nice. Tommy.
Right, is this orc gentleman who's just throwing my phone over his shoulder, is he still carrying a gun, like in his hand?
Yeah.
Right, so essentially what I want to do is I want to use the stunt, one of my stunts, which is that I get to break any object or person.
Once per session?
Yeah, once per session, and I just want to grab him by the wrist, punch him in the shoulder, and like dislocate his arm.
Nice.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
kind of
cool.
weapon with.
That's your action then. He doesn't get a save for anything. So you just like grab the gun in one arm and you're just like, "Hello, sunshine," and just bring your other fist just right into the sort of shoulder blade to shoulder area, and you guys hear a sickening crack as you think he's probably damaged some bone in the shoulder blade, but also the like a popping sound as the shoulder just like almost out of its socket just goes limp at one side, the gun
God.
falling out of his hand. Harvey has a stunt which allows him to break any object, and I said that if he uses that on a person, he'll be able to essentially like break a bone
nice.
for free. So yeah, that was Harvey's stunt. That's really cool. It's his turn. His friend is dead, so he is just going to try with his. He's going to give up, which is something you guys can do as well. But when an NPC gives up, it means you guys determine their fate.
Wow. So essentially,
So he just goes down on his knees. He's like, "All right, I fucking give." Like with one hand up, it's like, "I give. I'm beaten."
And
And you guys can do anything to him, but I get some input as the NPC now. Because I gave up as opposed to you just fully beating him. I get to say like, "Oh yeah, but what if this?" I get to like add things.
So essentially,
You guys
if no
can
one
also do it
stops
even as a
me,
fight. Sorry to
if no one
interrupt.
stops me, is I'm just going to swing around, going to like knock him to the ground with a punch. I want to get my brass knuckles to repeatedly pound him in the face. So
Yeah,
he's
like you
knocked
knock him
out
to
or
the
dead.
ground, and he like gets up on his knees. He's like, "Please, you don't have to. You don't. I can just stay here. I'll just get back in the car." And you just like punch him in the face again. He gets like knocked to the ground, and then you just like get both of your knees so you're kneeling like over his sort of stomach area, and just start beating the shit out of his head as the other two sort of like watch on. Nice. And this guy dies. And there's another good like 10 seconds of hitting him before you stop. and his face, this sort of like what was green, is now red, and just a bloody pulp remains.
Biggest orc furry.
There you go, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. And what would you guys like to do? Wait, let me change music. Too much of a tone change.
So did we kill men we came to kill?
No.
Shit.
Yeah, I'll just get up, roll like off the floor or whatever, look down at like what the orc is doing. As I pass by Tommy, I'll just give him like a pat on the back or whatever. He might still be punching, but
Yeah, well, I make sure he's nicely pulped, and then I
think your like pat on the back is kind of what pulls him out of it.
Yeah, you're probably right, yeah. And I just sort of nod to myself.
Cool.
come on.
Yeah, and I get up, sort of shake my hand, get blood off of it.
As you head back over to the door and open it, you see that the people from various rooms have started like some are like peeking their heads out to try and get a glimpse of what's happened, and some are sort of like trying to basically like in a sort of huddle push through the other side near where you came in to try and like just get out the front, and you're hearing like just some murmuring discussion of just like there's fucking cops and just like that sort of thing going on. And they like glance over their shoulder and see like Tommy has covered his like cop outfit covered in blood and
Yeah. So yeah, I'll like go into the room where we shot the gentleman and the prostitute and grab the cop uniform and just kind of throw it into the hallway. I mean, I'm just trying to collect it so I don't leave it there.
yeah, it's right at the other end, so you sort of like have to push through to get in, and then by the time like you've got everything together, because you just sort of like threw it off when you were getting changed. By the time you've got everything together and get it out, most of the people have moved into the foyer.
Yeah, I just kind of have it as like a crumpled mess in my hands, and I'll just throw it into the hallway.
You catch out the corner of your eye, Madame Vassay is looking very unhappy with her decision for this.
Yeah.
As she's like trying to calm patrons and stuff over in the main foyer area. But yeah. So you're standing directly in front of like 104 right now.
Yeah, okay. So we just, I just look at it and... Well... Do you want to bust it down?
I could shoot
Looking at
hinges
Tommy.
off.
Yeah, you've shot enough.
Yeah, shit,
Yeah, I just look around. There's like bullet holes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we discussed no bullets.
Like splintered wood on the floor.
I like a bullet.
Yeah, but nothing beats a good solid knuckles. That's me.
Come on, big guy.
All right. Do you want to roll me a forceful check, Tommy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think Blair's asking you to basically like smash the door down. So.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll make it 3 is what you need. 3 is all you need. So yeah, you how do you break this door open?
So, is it closed right now, or is it sort of open?
It's closed.
Right, so but essentially I want to just I put my hands on the sides and just like headbutt
Smash your head into it.
Essentially,
Yeah.
I put my weight into it, like
Yeah.
crush it and like rip it apart. Sort of thing.
Okay, cool. So I think you basically like get your knuckles in hand and basically like smash your sort of most of your arm and shoulder into the door, and your hand and your hand goes like a fair way through the door, and you just like reach through and grab the it's one of those locks that has just sort of the circular thing with the pin sticking out that you just twist, and you just reach down, turn it, and turn the door and open it, and there's now just like this armhole in the door. Nice. So yeah, the door is now open. You see inside this room is barren, despite the door being locked. And there is a sort of iron pipe that runs the length of the ceiling with a curtain, like it sort of curls around one of the corners where you would assume the bed to be, with sort of like little brass rings like connecting the curtain along this sort of pipe.
Yeah, I just look at Tommy, and I'll just enter into the room.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in. Are you going to open the curtains? Is that your intention?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. You part the curtains and see, instead of a bed, there's just like an empty corner, and then a hallway, which just leads further down, and it looks almost identical to the one you were just in, though it's slightly, like there's less of these sort of gnomish lights hanging around. It seems to be mostly sort of candle or firelit inside.
Fuck. You two start following down this way, and I'm gonna go back the other way and see if I can find where it leads to. Try and cut him off.
Okay.
Talking to Serg. Okay, me say, all right, yeah, I'll push Sergey down the thing.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're so let me get this right, Blair. You're thinking of basically like heading down that way heading like round the back to try and get to the exit to cut him off before he escapes.
I'm
they,
trying to
like,
just
go
get rid
towards-
of. I'm just trying to get rid of these two.
Okay. Yeah. So you like send them down the hallway. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. You head off.
Yeah, I think it's me and Tommy. Do our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you and Tommy are like gonna start rummaging around rooms in there.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just gonna like really not caring about much. Pull open drawers.
Okay. It seems
Promise.
like as you like go in from room to room, the people who have remained in these rooms seem to be taking part in far more sordid activities than the other places. It seems like this is more of a secret area. In this space, there are various, rooms full of bondage gear. Anything sordid that you can imagine. There are, like 2 halflings and a half orc in one room. Various like
Oh, no.
weird perversions, and worse stuff. Still,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure me and
there's probably a
Sergey
room
turn on those.
with like a 14-year-old in it, that sort of thing.
Oh no. Right.
Yeah.
Is this just me? Is this just what Blair is seeing, or are me and
This is
Okay, so
you guys as you're like heading down the hallway searching it.
Ryan?
And
Okay.
Blair, you're sort of like running around around the back, right? What's your intention, Blair?
I'm gonna go to that back room.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys start moving through rooms. Is there anything specifically Tommy and Sergey would like to do?
Essentially, if I see anything a little bit untoward, if I see like a guy on a young girl or anything like that, I'm just gonna like punch the bloke's lights out.
Yeah, it seems like most of the patrons who were either like not frightened. There are most of the people who stay in the rooms are either tied up or too frightened to move. So
Yeah,
anybody
that's good.
anybody who would who would have been in the room with anybody underage has definitely like ran away, like
Good,
cowardly.
yeah.
towards the
Essentially, I wouldn't like come in the room and start beating people up, but I would sort of make my presence known, sort of, and
Brendan,
try
you
to
start-
throw them away around.
You start making your way around to where you know the hidden room to be.
Yep.
Yeah. And you get to the door, and you have to pass through a series of this sort of like series of very confusing doors to get there, but this has all been explained to you. And it seems like maybe 2 or 3 of the rooms that you pass through are soundproofed. Just with like the doors seem to be oddly thick and have like these sort of this sort of fancy, very fine craftsmanship at the side. And as you enter through, you begin to hear the sounds of something, the sort of cries of pleasure pain coming in from a room.
Yeah.
And
Nasty.
you're like at the door, and you hear from inside like, yes, just like that. The same place. I swear to God, you're better every time I'm here. And then you hear a sort of another voice follow it saying, "Shut up, worm." And then you hear the crack of a whip from inside.
I'm sorry.
And did he tell me specifically what I was supposed to retrieve?
The guy.
The guy that's in there.
Yeah, basically. Basically, you were supposed to like ditch those two while they were getting somewhere else, and take this guy like without them knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll grab my revolver, which doesn't have any bullets in it, and just grab the door and just start slowly opening the door, sort of revolver poking through first.
Okay, roll me a sneaky first off. And then I'll describe what you see. Okay, would you like to use anything on that? Or are you happy with that?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, cool. You enter the room and you see there is a man chained to the back wall by his arms by these sort of what look like thick metal chains. His hair is blonde and curly with a sort of few locks that are now hanging over his sweat-coated brow. His cheeks are sort of red. He's currently shirtless, and his face is like looking in shock over his shoulder as he looks at you as the door sort of has this resounding creak as you open it. His back is red and raw, and it looks like ridiculously sore. And standing behind him is a woman with curly black hair that sort of spills down just to her shoulder blades. She's wearing gloves that go up to her elbows. And despite her sort of green skin and race, she's surprisingly slender. And she looks back at you, and you see that her tusks only stick out like a tiny bit, giving them the appearance of sort of upside-down vampire fangs. Her outfit at present is sort of like this sort of black lacy number. And what's your quick? Just because they're both going to try and do things as soon as you enter the room. Okay, cool.
I don't suppose I smell Half-Orc on the air, do I?
No, he had to go through like a long sequence of secret places. I will show you guys the pictures of these guys before we get into anything, though.
Okay.
So this is the guy who was receiving the whipping.
Nice.
And this
is our guy, isn't it?
The girl. That is your guy.
Damn.
So...
Look at this sexy lady.
So I will add her. This. Let me just look at Mad Boys.
Has combat overtly started yet?
No, I'm putting it in initiative order because these guys are going to do things.
Okay.
Basically.
Because I kind of want to compel. Can I compel someone?
You can
without
compel
being there?
at any time. Yeah.
Great.
You can compel someone at any time. It's whenever you think like this would be interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know how Blair was going to approach this, but I want to compel his silver-tongued devilish nature. Try to get what he wants. Do I have to go deeper than that? Does that work?
Yeah. Like describe what you want, what you think would be interesting for Brennan to do in this scene with his aspect.
Yeah, I think he should try to use the fact that he is a sly dog to get what he wants in this situation, rather than any kind of force or intimidation.
Oh, right. So you're just trying to like control his approach here to make him take things more tactfully.
Does that work?
Okay. Do you accept that, compel, Brennan?
Sure.
Okay. Cool. Here you go. And it is your turn first because you have the highest quick. So what would you like to do?
I just flip the gun forward so that then now the butt is between my thumb and my index finger.
Yeah.
And just kind of like hold my hand out like this, with the gun, like both hands. I just kind of do this. Whoa now.
What the fuck?
Mr. McCormick?
No one's supposed to be here. It's like looking back over his shoulder, his hands are like tied up.
Yeah. I have a list of names, don't I?
The woman is sort of like back to the wall. Yeah, I'll show you the list of names. Is this like your list? Your list?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
So, Miles, Connor, Vincent Connor, Okay, so just Mr. McCarthy.
Yeah, that's Caro. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's the font there. Yeah.
Yeah, so fucking hell. Oh god, Bajan.
That compel. You can still reject it now if you would like to. I'll
No,
allow
I
it.
He's balls deep.
yeah, I'm already in it. So yeah, so I just have my hands twisted forward and just you gotta come with me right now.
Why would I have to do that? As you can see, I was enjoying myself.
Well, I don't know.
Sherry, get the binds. Like the woman comes over and like starts trying to unlock his binds.
Yeah, so I just go on, help him.
Yeah. So she does so. She eventually gets him unlocked.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear because these rooms are a mite soundproof, it seems, but there's been an attempt on you. Your men outside are dead.
Fuck are you talking about?
Have a look for yourself. I'm Officer Blair Lyons, one of the
Yeah.
officers in your employ.
Yeah, he eventually gets like unlocked and comes up and basically like grabs your just like shirt like this
Yeah.
and like pulls you towards him and he's like, if I find out that you're fucking lying to me and you interrupted this as part of some game or sense of moral righteousness, and he just like pushes you,
Yeah. Yeah, I just kind of like have my hands down to the side.
I or my dad'll have you killed.
I understand that, sir.
Just heads out of the room and he's like, come on then, fucking pig.
Yeah, and just as we're walking, just sorry about the revolver. I heard sounds of pain. I didn't know if they had gotten to you or not.
You think you're funny? Twat.
Yeah, no, no, sir, dead honest.
Yeah,
I'm just
and
glad
he's-
that you guys are fine. I was here enjoying myself as well, so just right place, right time, I suppose.
I'd like you to make a sneaky or clever check here.
Okay, I will do clever.
Okay. Gonna roll something.
I keep rolling what I have.
That means you're playing your character, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I keep rolling like what I have in the values. It's
Oh,
funny. I got
right,
one
okay.
in sneaky, so I keep.
That
I
means,
rolled
you're
a one
rolling,
in-
that means you're rolling average, basically.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Plus, so yeah. He is not super careful, so he does not notice anything's up. And
Yeah.
you like lead him over, and he sees the body. He's like, looks like I missed out on some fun. Like elbows the half-up woman who's like, go on then. I suppose Madame Versailles will look after you. Like gives her a wink. And he's still shirtless, by the way. It's still like just sore across the back.
Yeah.
And she starts running off like down the hallway towards the foyer.
Right.
Door then.
Yeah. We might want to take my car. It'll be a bit more discreet.
Fair enough. You see, like kick rolls over one of the corpses of his men, like just to get it out of his way, and starts walking over.
Yeah, I kind
Sure.
of like grab my uniform that's fucking in a
yeah,
bundle
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he's outside and like waiting for you when you come out.
Yep.
Is this your car? This is a piece of shit. There's like 2 cars in the whole lot.
Yeah, well, I'm new to the whole being on your payroll thing, so hopefully I'm looking to get souped up later.
Okay.
Please. And I just go over and I just open the door for him.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, he gets in, ducks his head in.
And now I'm going to try the best that I can from watching Sergey drive to pretend like I know how to drive.
Okay. And that's where we'll take our last break.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god, man. You
We'll come back.
rolled.
We'll come back.
You rolled that compel, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah.